Wat kunuradum, zawagwegum, the wadadegum, ganawage hronum. Gadid hawita yujatstana agirun zigwa a oskum ganawage hronum gini. Aganistan a gaha, Nene Louise ganaktoyum Zachary, dana raganiha gaha, Nene garhat dodum, John Big Six Jocks. Skatsum rodi darayan dakwe. Greetings, everyone. Ganawage hronum. I am Christine Gadidza Zachary-Deom. My mother was the late Louise Zachary. She was a weaver, and she was a great cook and a seamstress. My father was John Big Six Garhat Dodum Jocks. He was one of the first police constables here, and he was also acknowledged as the athlete of his century. My parents were born in 1895 and 1910, so you could say I reached back quite a way. And so why I say their date of birth is because it's important to know their histories and what they knew about Ganawage, and that's what I inherited. And I'm very proud to say thank you for that, and thank you for my history and my clan. My siblings are the late Alvina Zachary Goodleaf, Melvin Winyonde Zachary, and Anna Geronsawes Zachary LeBlanc. My children are Alexis Gawanisum Shackleton and Lauren Osanaawi Zohahio-Deom. I have 4 grandchildren. I was educated in the community at Cattery School, as it was called then, Cattery Roman Catholic Indian Day School. From there, I went to a convent for 4 years at Granby, where some others will have gone to that school in our town. I then was at a business college in Montreal, and then I worked for 2.5 years for a private firm. From there, I decided to go to university, and I was graduated in history and anthropology with my BA in 1970. In 1975, I had my Certificate of Honor Standing from the University of Western Ontario. That was in anthropology. And then I entered McGill for my education degree. Following my graduation in 76, I became a teacher at Cattery School in Garumyanumha. 11 years of doing that, and I have to say that every student I had was my favorite. And from then, I entered McGill University again because I wanted a new challenge. And I'll tell you, if you go to law school, that's a challenge. Some people in this room will acknowledge that that is a challenge. From then, I worked for the Mohawk Council of Akwesasne and in Cornwall and Akwesasne for 10 years. At that point, I was asked by MCK to come to work on the seniority file and as legal counsel for MCK. I finished that work in December of 2011, and from that point on, I've been determining that I would run for council. You might ask, what are the skills, what are the talents that I would bring as a council chief? I can tell you that I've been a teacher and a lawyer, and those all required specific skills, and those skills are translatable with the council table. They are good skills to have. I have an understanding of our history that's quite extensive. Because I worked on the seniority file, I know in depth what happened to Ganawage from 1666 onward. I know how many losses we've suffered in this community. I know all the territory that we've lost. We haven't given it away. All right. So I want us to make sure that we understand that we've suffered a lot of losses. We've lost our resources. They've cut us off from the river. The river is one of the most important examples of who we are. We are Ganawage, and that means from the rapids. How many of us experience the river? And I want to make sure that we have river flow into our inlet so that canoes can float again. And I want to make sure that when there's treaties between Canada and Quebec, that we have a say in what's occurring on our river and our water rights, so important to those people in the outlying areas who don't have access to serviced water. So basically, I want to thank the persons that nominated me, Brian Goodleaf, and to my seconder, Louis Horn. Louis has been my friend since childhood, and he's also a veteran, and you know that warriors and soldiers have always held a special place in my heart. Make sure you get out there, July 7th, Nyawangoa. Miala.